Fear. It's what drives us, what keeps us alive. But when does it become more than a feeling? This story isn't just fiction, it's real. And it could happen to anyone, even you. 1977, a quiet, uneventful evening in a small American town. Sarah Thompson, 25, was heading home after a long shift at the diner. She worked late, and by the time she left, the streets were silent. But this night, something felt off. Sarah had taken this path home 1,000 times, but tonight was different. The hairs on the back of her neck stood up, and a chill ran down her spine. Was it just her imagination? Or was something watching her? As she quickened her pace, she noticed it. A flicker in the corner of her eye. A shadow. Moving. Darting between the trees along the sidewalk. She turned quickly, but there was nothing there. But the feeling lingered. She was not alone. With each step, the unease grew. She could hear it now. Faint, almost imperceptible. Footsteps. Not hers. Someone else's. Sarah's heart raced. The footsteps seemed to match her own, stopping when she stopped, quickening when she quickened. Her mind raced. Was she being followed? Or was this just the product of a tired mind playing tricks? The next night, it happened again, and the night after that. Every time Sarah walked home, she heard them. Footsteps. Following her. Sometimes close, sometimes far. But always there. Always just out of sight. She tried telling herself it was nothing. She tried to ignore it, to rationalize it away. But then, the knocking began. It was the fourth night when things took a terrifying turn. Sarah had locked every door, checked every window. But as midnight struck, she heard it. The footsteps. This time, outside her door. She crept toward the door, heart pounding in her chest. The knocking started softly, but it grew louder, harder, more insistent. And then, silence. Sarah reached for the handle, her fingers trembling, but before she could touch it, the door creaked open. That was the last time anyone saw Sarah Thompson. Her home was found exactly as she had left it. Lights on, door slightly ajar. But Sarah? She was gone, vanished without a trace. Her friends, her family, no one ever found out what happened. But the story doesn't end there. Because sometimes, late at night, people say they still hear it. The footsteps, the knocking. As if Sarah's spirit never left that lonely street. Some say it's just an urban legend. Others believe it's more. But those who live in that quiet town will tell you, late at night, when the streets are silent, if you listen closely, you might hear it. Those same footsteps, waiting. And next time you walk home alone, ask yourself, are you the only one on the road?